Slack and he major welcome you to the My Type of Hype podcast, where we celebrate hip-hop, not just the hype.
How y'all feel out there?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back once again, everybody, to the My Type of Hype podcast with me, your familiar face, Slack, in the building as always, and my co-host extraordinaire also up in the building as always. What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
Yo. We're here, man. Bless. My Type of Hype podcast that celebrates hip hop and not just the hype. We're in the hype. We're in the hype. We're in the house, man. We're here, ready for another episode, man. So I appreciate all the support thus far, and I'm feeling like people are liking the new edition. Potter, how you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm quite happy. I've got my first props this week. Shout out to Lifeless Gods. So I appreciate that. So it's Potter, aka Reggie McWorthy, also the perennial cookout attendee for life. It's been cracking.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
What's happening for this week then? Is it another one of our tweets that we've got off this week?
It's actually not this time, but I think next week. You can't keep giving you the props like that, man. We're going to have to start paying you soon if you keep doing it.
Yeah. We should do something about it. Let's just scroll.
Oh, what? You mean I've been doing this for time? That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is. Just go through Slack's tweets for the topics, you know. Now, bro, we're going to need a salary soon. But I think next week is one of yours.
Next week is definitely one of his.
Yeah, exactly. But so what we're gonna look at today is a topic called lame lyrics or suspect lyrics, whatever you want to call it, man. We had it down as suspect lyrics in our note. Lame lyrics can stretch. I'm laughing already. What you know?
Suspicious lyrics.
Yeah, man. We love hip hop, as you know. We love the lyricism behind it. But let's be honest, man. In a time when, in a sport, I should say, or in a field where you're constantly trying to create lyrics, there's going to be times that some are a flop or a dud or just straight up suspect. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we thought we'd just throw out a few lyrics like that today, man, and just see how it goes. So, yeah, this should be a funny one. This
horribly wrong.
This one could get back cancelled finally. Like this could be.
I was going to say,
be out of here.
Yeah. We have to self-mute someone's.
This could get rappers literally after me with guns. Like this is, I'm gonna be out.
They said it, man. They said it. They can't be mad.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Actually, Potter, I know off air, Potter was saying he's got a list as long as the the commandments in the Bible. So we might just let you start off actually.
Yeah, you might have to go first, right?
All right. I'm gonna. A lot of this is to do with like really suspect lines with stuff that they would want to do to other men, which is a little bit weird. So I'm gonna start off with something a little bit more sedate: necrophilia with DMX.
I knew it, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy? So, that's the first one I've got down too. That's crazy.
Is it?
I actually haven't even got that down. It is mad.
That's the first one.
Wow. So yeah, DMX, Bring Your Whole Crew of the Flesh of My Flesh album. I've got blood on my hands of no remorse. I've got blood on my dick because I fucked a corpse. Yeah. Like, what are you even thinking, man? Like, I don't even know how you like. So you killed somebody.
He started the track like this.
Yeah,
yes,
that was the craziest thing to me. I was like,
where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? Like, you started the track off like this, bro. You can't go back.
That is actually mad. That's actually not on my list, believe it or not. But yeah, that's a mad lyric.
I was like, did he just say that? Did he just start?
It's a hard track though. We can't lie.
It is, and like
it is. But damn.
I was slightly off the album because Flesh of My Flesh is. I just felt it wasn't quite as good as
it wasn't.
But maybe it's just this problem. But like that, I had to rewind that a couple of times because I'm like, you just came in on that. Like, there's no building up to it. There's no
No build
easing
up,
you in.
no nothing. Boom, straight in.
You're just murdering people and then abusing their corpses. Like,
Yeah, mad.
what?
Yeah, definitely a way. Yeah,
today. Never in a million years could that line fly today.
nah. He's got a few like that couldn't run today. Like
Yeah,
I have got a DMX lyric down, but not that one. I actually forgot about that one. But,
that's bad. That is the first
yeah.
one.
What a way to start us off.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? Where you got, Slack? You want to go next?
All right. A much probably lesser known line, although I think it was on a Redman album. But the line is by Young Z, and the line goes, "Your bitch said aliens raped her and her 4 friends, but it was all of us. We dressed up as Martians." Now, now
what album is that actually from? I don't remember that.
The first time I heard that line, I was in stitches. I thought that is hilarious, right? But as time goes on, and you're like, you know, you get older and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, are we doing the rape jokes? Like, it's maybe not.
Exactly.
Like, back then, like 96, I was what, 16, around there. So I'm like, okay, it was funny back then. But as time goes on, I'm like, bro, that's kind of a mad line. Like, how do you even come up with that?
100.
Yeah. So
what song was that from, bro?
It's on like I think it's on a Redman album. I can't remember what the song is. It's like the one with all his people on there, like Young Z, Roz, and all the Giller House kind of people.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, maybe is it Red Gone Wild? Maybe I know he's got quite a few heads on that
it's
one.
either on Malpractice or Muddy Water. No, sorry, Malpractice or Doc's the Name. One of the two.
Doc's the Name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
That's actually mad. I mean, I know all those albums so well, but the line don't even ring a bell. That's why I was asking where it's from.
Stuck out to me, man. And that's how he dropped. That's how he comes in on the track. That isn't a line further down. Your bitch said aliens raped her and her 4 friends, but it was all of us. We dressed up as Martians. Is how he comes into the tune.
Wow, mad. It's the whole shock value thing, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Right. Okay, bad one.
You've got time to measure up to now. Like, how are you gonna top?
How are you gonna top that, bro?
Well, my one's kind of let's see. I'd say it's probably kind of it's known. You probably know where I'm going. I'm gonna have to go at the Cannabis's one. Hold on, second round knockout. But even back then, and he said, you may have more cash than me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass like me. It's like, bro, even then, I
was like,
even then, I'm like, nah, man. Like, and we know what he meant. That's what he's saying. We know what he meant.
We just meant
destroy someone, innit? But
could have worded that better, bro.
You could have done that better, bro. Like, to this day, I'm like, nah, bro, that's just a mad lyric. That's just suspecting, like, crazy, man.
One of the hardest diss tracks.
Do you know what I mean?
Time. And you put that in, like, somebody that is as lyrical as Cannabis.
Right.
You couldn't think of anything better than that.
Nah. And the thing I always think about, he's writing it.
Fair to him, back then, people weren't talking about eating people's batty. Like, it wasn't.
No. You're right. Like, you're right.
When people are bragging about eating out people's arse and shit like that, it wasn't like that back then. So it definitely didn't mean what it meant. But again, as time has gone on, then you're like, that one can't really fly.
It's not aged well at all, is it?
Nah.
That is mad. But like you said, bad track, but nah. That's funny.
It's already bad.
We've only had one each, you know. Mad.
Okay. So I think we know it's been well documented. Biggie's got a fair amount of suspect lines, which retrospectively do not look good considering, you know, what's going on right now. But one always stuck with me from Dead Wrong. And for those that don't know what I do for a living, I work in child protection. So this is a bit weird. My goat is spitting lines like this
I know
Innit, innit.
exactly what line it is.
You know I love them young, fresh and green with no hair in
Mm.
between. Know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what are you even saying to people, man? Like,
nah.
you're outing yourself as a child molester?
Yeah, nah.
Nah, that's mad, isn't it? That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Biggie's got a few of them, you know. Biggie's
Yeah,
got
the
a
one
few of them. I ain't gonna
throwing,
I mean, I've
throwing kids off the
got 3 or
bridge.
4.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's got.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely another crazy line, man. Yeah, mad.
Well, the worst
It's
thing
like,
about
you
that
got-
is
Mm.
that, sorry, like,
No.
that's on, like, I know that was out, but they put it on the, was it the Born Again album? Like, that he come out
Yeah.
after
Born
he
Again,
died?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they deliberately put that on a tune with Eminem at his most outrageous, so that you
Yeah,
don't really think
Yeah, exactly.
it's
Yeah.
as bad
yeah,
as
that's
it really
true.
is.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
what is
Yeah,
wrong?
true, because it was dead wrong, innit? So it was
Yeah.
I think
you
that's,
just feel like it's the
probably
whole
why he
concept.
kind of flew, because you're like,
Yeah,
you're meant to be saying some wrong shit on here. Like, you're saying that you're dead wrong.
right.
You've got Eminem on the tune too, like, and that was in his most effed up phase.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah, I kind of understand where they were going with it. I do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't make it any
Well,
less sus.
I do not
No.
approve this message.
Nah.
Yeah. Disclaimer.
We
We should
absolutely
actually said that at the beginning. Disclaimer. Like we don't approve these
don't
messages,
approve
by
of
the way.
any of these bars. None of them.
Innit? That's bad. That's actually bad.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best to move away from the obvious ones. So, man, I've got a few. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for R.I.P. Magoo. You were never an MC that I thought was good, and this line
Cemented it.
this line definitely cemented the fact that I was never rocking with you, bro. So he said, "Up in the cut like gay niggas in butt."
In butt, yeah.
What? Why would you write that, bro?
That beat is hard though. That tune.
That's actually a mad lyric.
I don't know where he was going with that one, for real.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's mad though? Once again, disclaimer, like, you know what I mean? There's no, you know what I mean? But it's just weird because a lot of them lyrics you wouldn't even think of the spitting now because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, innit? Everyone's free to love and choose who they want to be with, and it's not a problem.
But even back then, I was like,
yeah, the lyrics just is like, to sit and write that, like,
sit and write that, and then say it in the studio repeatedly,
right? And everything you write and put out, you're saying, "I'm happy with this, innit? This is impressive."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that recording is never going away. He's gone now, but that record is still alive. Like,
mad.
Yeah, that was a mad one for me.
All right, my turn. I'm gonna go with a song called UOENO. It's Rick Ross and Future. Well, featuring Rick Ross and Future. It's by Rocco, and in Rick Ross's verse, he's rapping along saying she ain't even know it. You know what I mean? You probably remember it now. And she goes, wait, I want to quote it. And he goes, yeah, you ain't even know it. And he goes, Molly and her drink took her home and enjoyed it, and she didn't even know it. Like, mad. You know what I mean?
So he confessed to date rape, drugging a chick, taking her home.
Yeah.
While she didn't know it. Yeah.
And then declared it on a record after.
I actually used to like that song. I thought that song was hard.
It's catchy. I ain't even gonna lie. It's catchy.
Yeah.
But some of them lyrics, when, like you said, I can't remember who said it. When you get a little bit older and you listen, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, innit? What was it like? I don't know, 15 or something.
That was like 6 years ago.
Years. Nah, it's longer than that.
Long?
It was about 10 years. Yeah, I'd say it was like 2011-ish.
2013, yeah, man. 11 years ago. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But you just look at some things and you think, rah, Molly and her drink, took her home and enjoyed it. She didn't even know it. That's mad.
And not one person. This is the thing that kills me, right? So a lot of these lines with that we've been speaking about, you've got other people in the studio with you. Like, this isn't the case of.
This is what I'm saying.
No one's gone, maybe you should switch that. Maybe you shouldn't say that. Maybe you shouldn't say this. I don't know.
I guess
Exactly.
loads of people are surrounded by too many yes men, isn't it? Like they're just
Oh, of course, man. Of course.
Yeah, and Rick Ross lost a lot of that. I think he lost the Reebok or Puma deal, one of the two. He lost
it was a Reebok deal, I think.
Probably Reebok.
Yeah.
And he had to come out and apologize and all this shit. But I'm like, that should never come out of your mouth, mate. That's a
That's a madness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I heard that the other day and I was thinking, nah, what is this guy? But yeah, man, can't be doing it. Can't be doing it.
Banger nonetheless, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't. Just leave that at home.
Don't do that.
What you got, bro?
Okay, so I mean, I was going back a bit. So the original 99 Problems by Ice-T, there's a lot of problematic, weird lyrics in that. One of them being that he's got a bitch that's a man, which is disconcerting. But also he's like, I've got a bitch that's so old, her titties give out powdered milk. Like, why are you even trying that? Like, why are you trying to... How did you make that discovery?
Wow.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Ice-T, man. Some of them lyrics. And with his delivery as well, it just makes it even funnier. Man.
Another one, you're like, how did that get out of the studio? How did that make it?
I mean, there's a lot in that song that you're like, how did that get out of the studio? But
yeah.
I mean, I see where he's going with I've got a bitch that's a man. I don't think he's literally got one of his
he might have
friends is actually a man, but he might have done. He's a pimp. But I just want to know how you make that discovery that your bitch titties are giving out powdered milk. Like,
I feel like that takes a bit of research. I don't think you just stumble across that discovery. Like you feel like you got to put in a little bit of work to get to that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Interesting. Okay, this was on a popular song and it's a diss track. So I ain't gonna say I made any adjustments, even though it was on a diss track. I'm still gonna say little bit sus, bro. Dr. Dre on Dre Day, when he was talking about Eazy, got teeth in your mouth so much.
Yeah. I know. That was funny. No, he wasn't talking about Eazy at that bit. He was talking about
Luke.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
My fellow Gap Teeth brother, innit? He was talking about Luke, innit?
But even then I was like, bro, like why would that be your thought process? And I don't know exactly. Obviously Dre don't write his shit. So it was either DOC.
But he approved it, yeah.
He approved it. And you know what Dre's like, he'll get you to spit that line 300, 400, 500 times.
Course.
You've had to say
and
that line.
Also exposing him. Yeah, he's also exposing his own self as well. Like, if a gap in your teeth suffices, all right.
Yeah. I feel like there's no tooth gap that can be that big.
Nah.
Well,
not even Luke's.
Not even. Yeah, I won't bring myself into that equation, but yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Man, Dre. Hey, I've got Dre down twice, so let me.
Oh wow!
I've got Dre down twice. I'm gonna go to Tupac though. Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tupac in Hail Mary, when he goes, "Mama said never stop until I bust a nut." So for me. One day, I love that song, Hail Mary, one of my favorite songs. Right. So one day I was listening to that song not even long ago. I think I was on the train. And I was just thinking, what was that conversation with your mum? Like, Mama said never stop. What was I just don't understand what was happening there. Like, what was your mum trying to like help you with it? That makes no sense.
To be fair, he did say that she was on drugs for a long time. To be fair, she did. She did say she was a bit of a crackhead back in the day. So that
I'm just like,
wouldn't surprise me.
In it, you just think if I was a fly on the wall in that conversation, because out of context, that's a mad line.
I kind of believe him though. I kind of believe that she might have said that to him. That doesn't surprise me too much.
I understand LL Cool J's mama said knock you out. Yeah, that's cool. But mama said don't stop and keep fucking up. That's just like, don't make no sense to me. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a bad one. I could definitely see it happening for sure.
Yeah,
Son,
exactly.
don't stop until you bust that nut. Now get out the house.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's funny,
Don't
bro.
come back until you've impregnated women.
And you can imagine
Yeah.
him in that act, remembering what his mum said, like.
But don't come right here with no babies. Bust that nut.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't bring no
Nah,
babies right here.
innit? Weird lyric, man. Weird lyric. Nah, man. I know it's a
Oh, what you
mummy's
got
thing.
next, man?
Oh, it's me again. All right. So this made me sad a little bit because I think we well documented my soft spot for Ice Cube. But then I remembered Nappy Dugout. That song is fucked up. Like, the whole thing is basically about raping underage girls. It's like, what? And there's something about if she's a minor, I know it's illegal, but she sucks dick like Vanessa Del Rio. For you young children, Vanessa Del Rio was an adult star in the 80s and 90s. And then there's something, if she tries to hold her out, right, we've got the whole thing on tape. So you've gangbanged a minor and video recorded it, and you're now confessing your crime to the millions of people that have bought your record. Like, O'Shea Jackson.
That was particularly.
Yeah, 100%. And these are the kind of lyrics why. What's her name? I forgot her name. Yes, and why the whole big campaign like was for gangster rap and all that, because of lyrics like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you are let's keep it real. You are promoting rape. Like, that's what you're promoting. Yeah. That's what you're doing. Like, there's no lyrical, like, you know what I mean, skillful exercise in that. You're just promoting rape, and it's like, nah, that's actually mad.
And considering that point in his career, what Ice Cube was on, like, politically, and the sort of social conscious stuff he was still gangster rap, but he was obviously delivering a socially conscious message. And then you've got that. It's just, what was
that? Death certificate, isn't it? What was that? Death certificate.
Yeah. Death
certificate. That was death certificate. Yeah. Giving up the Nappy Dugout.
Giving up.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
nasty.
Like,
I'd love to know what these guys think when they hear back these lyrics now.
Yeah, because that, like, you know, sometimes you could be like, it was taken out of context, or it didn't mean that.
Right.
Nah, bro. So that meant the same thing at the time that it means now. Like, there's no difference.
But it's not even like you could go, it was the bars. Like, that whole song, the whole entire song is about that.
It's about that. Yeah. It's actually mad because when some songs down the line they're dubbed out. Like, I'll say this because I'm gonna assume that none of you have it on your thing. It's not my choice. I'm just saying. But like when Biggie said about robbing pregnant women too and all that stuff, like by the time that album was released, that was dubbed out. Do you know what I mean? So like a lot of stuff before it makes it to our ears, it's either dubbed out, or a lot of albums where it weren't dubbed out before and you listen to them now on streaming, it's dubbed out. Do you know what I mean? So I'd love to know what a lot of these artists think when they hear back to some of that stuff and they think, it's me, I'll fight to get some of that stuff dubbed.
It's like Slack said, like, you've got people in the studio with you. Like, I don't feel like we've ever been at a point in history where gang raping minors was all right for anyone.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
So you've done a whole song naming all the lynch mob and everybody in it. Like, and none of them are sitting there going, why have you done this? Like,
but if you actually want to get slightly deeper, I ain't gonna get deep on this one. It's a very light-hearted topic. However, if you want to really think about that, and you think about what's coming around now that we're hearing about, that's been going on for a very long time. That's why I say I believe that shit. Like, I don't think that was just a lyric. I think sometimes back in them days, I think it was totally, they thought it was totally okay to go and get a 15 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
They
I know what you
want to
mean.
be around the rap stars and all of that, but they're kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's absolutely inexcusable on every possible level. I don't believe that a lot of this is just there. I think a lot of them, and that's why a lot of them are speaking up against Puff, because a lot of them have got big skeletons in their closet too. So I think we can tell that by the silence of a lot of these rappers and producers and all of that. Because if they say something, people are gonna be like, I got dirt on you too. I know what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, unfortunately, I think that was not just hip hop either. I think just the music industry, the film industry, the whole entertainment. I think there's a lot of that going on. A lot of these young actresses talking about being 11, 12 years old, getting assaulted by producers. A lot of these young female rappers, you can guarantee that they're going to have some horrendous stories about what they've been through. Try to get on a song or try to get a producer to give them.
When Foxy got on, she was like 15, 16, wasn't she? When
exactly.
Like, I can't remember
around her.
I think it was Gene Dill who said it, and he was like, if you ever get Foxy to tell her story, then that's going to be something. That's going to be something crazy.
See, that's mad.
Yeah,
and that plays into, like, obviously more recently she's had like mental health issues, and some other shit going on, and like you got to go.
It always comes down later in the line though. Like Justin Bieber, I think he's going through it now.
He's going, bro's going.
You know what I mean? So at some point down the line, you're gonna look back at what was going on when you was, very young teenager, whatever. And you're seeing the effects of it now. So yeah, it's very unfortunate, but when you actually break it down,
man, actresses as well, they'll tell you that kind of stuff. Like, actresses will tell you promise film roles if they do certain things, and man, there's no doubt. I mean, I know what you're alluding to, and when you say some things were probably more never right, but some things were more seen as acceptable.
Yeah. It was like that. Was that Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix? And he said, like, not that I'm ever excusing Vince McMahon's baby, but he said, like, some of the stuff they were doing back in the day, it's a different time, it's a different era. So, and like you say, like, some stuff is never acceptable, and the content of that song is not. But it might have been commonplace for them to be early 20s. Those guys were early 20s and like 91, 92. And then you've got girls that are sort of 16, 17 around you. Like, it's not okay at all. But like,
no, but they
different time.
Don't. Yeah. Crazy.
All
right.
What
you got, bro?
All right, man. I've got. Let me see. Which one should I go for? All right, Fredro Starr. Let's have a conversation about what you was talking about on this track, where you said, "My theory is fuck it. Sexy Negroes get abducted."
We're still talking about that bar one time. Yeah.
My theory is
funny.
What did he say?
Get abducted. So, first
this
of
is
all,
Fredro Starr from Onyx we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, Fredro Starr. I have two questions. The first question is, why are you walking around calling men sexy? Is the first question. The second question is, why are you abducting them? Like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack here.
My third question is, Fredro Starr is tiny. How are you abducting them?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? All 5'5".
He had Sticky Fingers. He had DS. He had all them guys back then.
I don't know about fingers, bro.
But I heard that and I was like, okay, all right, Fredro. I don't know where he was going with that one either. Like, you know what I mean?
I want to know where he's going.
Nah,
kidnap men somewhere.
But yeah, big question, big Riddler question mark over that one.
Yeah, that one went right over my head. I remember Kill mentioned it once, and I was laughing. So I'm like, you know what, man? Actually, sometimes sometimes you just don't hear something or it just don't register. But when you hear it again, I'm like, right, yeah, it's true. What is he talking about, man?
Like, Onyx is so hard. You wouldn't expect
this is what it is. This is what it is. If someone else said it, you wouldn't even think nothing of it. But Yeah, it's
He's not
weird.
even rapping that. He's shouting that at people.
Exactly.
Like, I'm
Exactly.
kidnapping men.
That, but like you said, it's like, okay, all right, you find them sexy, all right, each to their own. But why the abduction part?
There's no context in there. Like sometimes you could be like, all right, in context, this is what it means, bro. There's no context for you abducting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but there isn't. So I don't know. I don't know where he's going with that one for real.
Bad. All right, I'm gonna. This is probably gonna be my last sexual one, and then I'm gonna move away from from that.
Man got caught up in the porn.
Well,
I just can't.
I say that. Well, the young flex. So once again, rest in peace to Darkman X. But yeah, DMX man. I think Potter, you mentioned it about 15-year-old. Really, same. It's dark and hell is hot. X is coming. If you've got a daughter older than 15, I ain't even gonna finish the sentence, man. Mad line. If you've got a daughter older than 15, nah. And I've heard, I've been not involved in, but I've seen discussions like about that lyric. And people have been like, no, but you need to understand it's like a law-abiding citizen thing, you know, that kind of the way that film went, and you're just trying to get back revenge as much as possible. And I'm like, still, like, what's the daughter done? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's just all levels of wrong in that, man. Yeah, all levels of wrong in that. Yeah, so that was one of the first ones that actually came to mind when I was thinking about this topic. But yeah,
yeah, DMX,
wrong.
Couple
DMX was not
couple entries in there.
Yes. But yeah, that one, nah, man, that's wrong on so many levels.
That's a dark one.
Yeah. Potter, what you got next, man?
So my disdain for Lil Wayne is well known. Like, I don't rate
you must have a million of them.
Really at all. But like, I'm gonna go with like a fairly popular one. So like, I remember when a Milli dropped and it was everywhere, and like so many people did a freestyle over the beat.
Yeah.
But I realized that he come in to that with his, like, he's tougher than Nigerian hair. Your career compared to my career isn't fair. But then he tells you that he's like a venereal disease, like a menstrual bleed. Now, like, I'm not really sure how your rap career compare it to a venereal disease. I feel like anything I do in rap,
I never got that one.
Better than a venereal disease.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He's trying to say he's sick, but he just,
he's got if you actually like, if you think about it, he's got a few. And I'm gonna segue nicely off that one because I've got to choose a Lil Wayne one for my next one too. Because I think he should have got the shit kicked out of him for this one. When he said beat the pussy up like Emmett Till, I was like,
yeah. That was gonna go on the list.
Yeah. Wrong.
I was like, someone had to step in and be like, bro, surely that's not the line that you wanna go. I think they've removed it now. I think I read somewhere that they had dubbed that line out now. But at no point in time was it cool to, especially as a black man. I know this is he's got some issues with race, whatever. He's like, I don't see racism, all that bullshit. Like, bro, you live in Louisiana.
But he don't like black women though. Or he don't find dark-skinned women attractive, but he's got
issues with race, clearly. So he thought it was like, he as a black man, I would never. He's got some issues with race, bro. He has. I don't know. Some of the interviews I've seen, and he's like, Black Lives Matter, what's that? And he's just weird. And him saying that line kind of let me know any black person that would say that and feel okay with saying that line, like, we know what happened to Emmett Till.
Yeah.
As a black man, there's no way that line would leave my mouth, and I'll feel cool with that. Simple.
I was a little bit like when Kanye said something about how his face looked like Emmett Till after his accident. That, I was a little bit like, are you sure you want to make that comparison?
Yes.
But yeah, Lil Wayne.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't really feel no way when he said that, because did you see Kanye's face? It was like, Right,
I see where he was going with
it
that.
was yes. It was like I kind of get where he was going, but I hear you though. I hear you. I know what you're saying, and I hear you.
But
Just stay away from those kind of comparisons.
I am not a black man. I don't know if you've noticed. I am a white man, so I don't think it's something you can drop in the tune anyway. But
nah, I agree.
Depends what Wayne said.
Nah.
Yeah, that's wrong, man. Like, Wayne, yeah, you're right. You know, Wayne's got a few, and you actually deep it because what happens with people that try to be too catchphrasey, punchliney, that's going to happen, man. Too metaphory and punchliney that you're going to do that because you're so desperate to get a good punchline or metaphor. But yeah, that's a mad one. I've got one that I really, really don't like, man. Troy Ave on his beef with Joey Badass. I think it was around 2015, 2016. I want to pull it up. It's on the track, Badass, when he's dissing them whole pro era. And he goes, there was a few lines, but this is the main bit when he goes, Steve's burning in hell. My burner's in my belt. I'm really killing shit. You niggas killing yourself. And then he goes, fucking weirdos off the roof. Stay clear, yo. So he's obviously just taking a piss out of Steve's committing suicide and stuff like that. Yeah. I just thought, and I know what they say, gloves are off on the big track. Yeah, but I just think like Steve's family hearing that. Do you know what I mean? Like other people hearing that. And I just thought that bar was like horrible, man. Like, and that's just a bit I quoted from it, but like there's a few lines in that around that whole Steve's thing. And the fact that it happened New Year's Eve and all these kind of things. Yeah, and I just thought that was cold, man. I just thought it weren't impressive. It weren't like, you know, Cube's no Vaseline when you hear things and you're like, ooh, it weren't like that. It was just like that was below the belt, bro. Do you know what I mean? Them kind of ones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I hear that still. I commend you for listening to a Troy Ave song because nobody else has. So
maximum respect for that.
At least one person heard that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably yeah. Nah, he's not good. He's not good. But I went for a stage of just trying to pull up like beef tracks and just listening because sometimes you get gems out of it with it. But yeah, that weren't one.
I don't think I've heard that if I'm honest. And I'm kind of glad.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was often. I don't think it was on it. Was it? Well, I don't even know. I was gonna say, was it on that album? I don't even know. But yeah, I can't even remember. But I don't listen to Troy.
I've never got to Troy.
Yeah, exactly. It might have been. But I think it was a mixtape or just a track put out when they were beefing. But yeah. Potter, what you got, bro?
So I think this is probably more of a mistake, kind of like Cannabis is than anything else, but pun on Dream Shatterer, which is a hard tune. Like,
disgusting.
Yeah, you can blast it. It's amazing. But on the hook, when you awaken, your manhood will be taken.
Yeah. Yeah. I always wondered what the hell he meant by that line.
I mean, I feel like he probably means when you awake, you'll be a bitch, basically. But I feel like you could maybe. Why? First of all, why are you intruding on other men's dreams? And while you're there, removing their penises. Like,
that was a very pause-worthy line. I've always thought that too. Like, what do you mean you're taking a man's manhood while he's asleep?
I ain't gonna lie. Devil's advocate here. I never ever saw it like that. You know, hearing you man say it like that was make you think, oh yeah, because obviously you know what I mean. What we relate manhood to, but I feel like what Potter just said about when he wakes up, you'll be a boy, you'll be a bitch or something like that. That's kind of like how I took it. Like there'll be nothing left of you. Do you know what I mean? But
I fully
you could put it like that, but then if someone says to you, point on this doll where the man touched you, you know what I mean? That's your manhood taker, right? That's what they would say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. True.
Somebody with maybe lesser lyrical ability, you'd forgive it.
Right.
Maybe if Fat Joe said it, maybe you'd forgive it. You definitely forgive it.
There you go. Yeah.
I expect better. I expect better from Christopher Rios.
Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna defend any of this at all, but I'm gonna say there's a possibility that he could have met. We ain't never gonna know because he's never gonna be able to tell us. But there's a possibility it could mean your manhood is in your essence of being a man is being taken.
Yeah.
But then, that's probably what he did mean.
Yeah, that could possibly be it. But then it could also possibly be something else. Because we've just established while the man is asleep, you're gonna be taking his manhood. So there is a possibility.
Let's
just leave it there.
Wow.
All right. So my next one is from Redman. So Redman, I have a question. Mr. Reggie Noble, I have a question. When you said male groupies get shaky when I come from the rear, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by that line? Because I've tried to look at the context in many different, I can't think of why a male groupie. Why do you have male groupies, first of all? And why are they getting shaky when you come from the rear? Like, what are they expecting you to do?
That's funny. That's the bump, isn't it? Is that the bump? Is that the bump?
Male groupies getting shaky when from the rear.
I can't. I think it's but that's a hard track.
I can remember the whole verse that get on your nerve neighbor that plays the music loud as fuck 3 a.m, but I can't remember what the song is. It's on Muddy Waters anyway. It's on Muddy Waters.
I think it's the bump. I think it's the bump.
It could be the bump. It's the one. I can't remember the song. This is for the real. This is for the real. What song is that?
Oh no, that's this is for the real. I don't know
the start of the verse. As I dive into the crowd, I want to see who the fuck all that shit.
It's not the bump. Yeah, I know what it is. The name's gone from me. Yeah.
But whatever that song is, that one.
Clarity, please.
Some questions just need to be asked on
I don't feel like there's a reasonable explanation for that bar. To be
honest, I don't feel like there is. Why would he put that in the? I said to you, was it last episode? I think I said I think it was offline, and I was like, I was listening to Muddy Waters very recently, and there's a few nights where I was like, nah. Actually, not recently, just because I haven't heard it for a while. You know what I mean? But when I first heard it, even then, I was like, But yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, Reggie Noble.
I don't know what you could do that one, but is that?
Yeah. Well, I've got one. I don't think it will even be an issue for anyone else, maybe, but I'm mentioning it because for personally, it was. Now, I was brought up a Christian, innit? Like my family, everything, brought up Christian and stuff, went to church, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So Noriega was in what's it called? Top of New York. When he goes dying across like a Christian, and then he goes, "So fuck you and your weak religion." Bro, like you man know how much I love War Report, innit? It's so weird, but whenever I used to listen to that song, you're gonna laugh at me. Whenever I used to listen to that song, I used to turn it down at that bit so I didn't hear that bit. Because I literally felt like,
bars.
Say that again.
Offended by Nori bars. Had to switch it down. Switch it back up.
I've got another Nori bar here, but yeah, that line for me, like, I just thought, nah, man, it just felt like, some things just feel like, ooh, kind of like that Troy Ave thing I mentioned. Even all the other stuff you don't have no problem with, but it was just that. Whenever I used to be rapping along, I wouldn't rap that bit along. It just felt wrong, man. But yeah, I don't.
Jesus,
that one never stood out to me.
Yeah.
Never noticed it until you said
really.
It.
Yeah, I just.
Is Nori's like is he Puerto Rican or Dominican or something?
He's Puerto Rican. I think his dad's Puerto Rican, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're like mad Catholic.
This
He
is what I
keeps saying
mean. It's like,
half black, half Puerto Rican. He says it on. He's like Logic for Puerto Ricans, like half black, half
Yeah.
white Logic. Nori's like
Yeah.
half black, half Puerto Rican. Like that's his thing.
yeah, I just thought dying
Is
across like a
Logic half
Christian.
white?
You know.
Is Logic?
Who Logic is? Yeah.
Yeah, is he half white? I have no idea.
Yeah, he's
That's
never
how I know
mentioned
you don't. That's how I know you haven't listened to one Logic song, or you know.
it.
Never
One
mentioned
Logic, like one.
He made sure you know, but yeah. I've got another Nori one, but yeah, that was the one that came to mind for me. I never liked that bar, like ever.
There's
Even
another one on the album too, bro. Because I was gonna slot it in there too, on that same album, but they already
yeah,
dubbed it. I think you know the line. So at the end of the verse on "Live by the gun, son, die by the gun, son." What's the name?
Oh, and it's the
Is it-
FedEx
is it-
bar. When he
yeah,
goes,
with, like, eight pinner.
yeah, see, that's an example
Yeah,
of
he
what I was
dubbed it
talking
up.
about. Where it got dubbed before it even came out. Yeah, that.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
Tragedy said that, and it was
I think it's
Gaddafi that
Trag,
said that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "Camcorder, you won't miss it because we're taping us."
Right.
And then,
Right.
but yeah, I know the bar. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All that stuff. Yeah,
God,
definitely.
What's next on the list, bro?
I mean, I've got so many, but I'm just trying to find ones that aren't like require a deep conversation about our psyches. So I'm gonna lighten the mood somewhat. Ludicrous area codes. When he bangs cock in Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Oh, what? What are you doing in Bangkok?
And we know why I'm going in Bangkok. Like, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
However, in slight defense of Ludacris, in America, it is known that cock doesn't mean what it means here. So,
for real, I didn't even thought that.
That's at the beginning of what's the damn song, man? My favorite Big Pimpin'. He says, woke up in the morning at some bomb ass cock. And I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But cock can also mean vagina in the States.
Can it?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So woke up in the morning at some bomb ass pussy was what Daz was saying. And Luda was saying he's banging pussy in Bangkok, basically.
I mean, you could say
but
that.
For us, it's like, bro, you don't bang cock. But yeah, he means something completely different.
Right.
You're going to a particular part of town, and you've enjoyed yourself there. I think that's
basically what he's saying. I had a good time in Bangkok. But the thing that makes Bangkok a bit crazy is we know that there's a big culture of kind of the ladyboy culture and shit over there. So he didn't pick the best place to drop that.
Yeah, exactly.
Disclaimer: if that's your jam, that's cool. That's
exactly. Disclaimer: each to their own. No judgment from the My Type of Hype cast.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Life's too short. Be happy.
Was man and woman.
Yeah. All right.
But the line is definitely sus if you're not from that part of the world. Yeah. All right. Oh man, this one is so trash. And it's another MC who's passed. There's a lot of MCs who's passed that we've had to unfortunately bring up with it today. But the line is pregnant pussy is the best you can get.
Wait, isn't UGK?
You said that? Wait.
Pregnant pussy is the best you could get. Fucking a bitch while her baby sucking dick.
Yeah.
Oh my! Who said that?
Pimp C.
I don't even know that bar, and I'm glad.
There's a song called "Pregnant Pussy," and I'm gonna leave it right there, and I ain't gonna say.
Oh man!
But
what happens that off? What happens that off?
Oh my god! Is it
just so I can avoid it?
Riding Dirty? Is it one of the early albums?
He's Riding Dirty.
How do I not even? I don't even remember that bar, man. Wow, bro. I know that album well. I don't remember that bar. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad though.
I mean, that's one thing.
Crazy.
Like the pregnant pussy aspect of it is bad enough, but like that line with
man,
that was unnecessary, man. Like,
that's
why the baby ain't even born yet, bro. Like, and you're going in on the baby, like.
Not even. It's not. Yeah. It's just stupid as well. Like at least let it make sense. This is like that's just dumb, man. You know what I mean? And once again, who was in the studio with him, man? It's like nah.
He must have done that on his own, man. He must have done that on his own.
He finishes that song maybe his head.
No one was there to check him for that one, boy. But yeah, that was wild.
That's bad. All right, I'm gonna go with. Is it me? Yeah, is it me? Yeah. A light-hearted one, but it just annoys me, and I might even be wrong at this one. I should have checked first, but anyway, Game on not the Game lyric we've spoken about, not that lyric. Game on Dreams, which I love the track, but it's when he goes coming back like Kanye from his fatal accident to beat making and rapping and stuff like that. Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're in a fatal accident, don't you die?
Right.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like coming back from his fatal accident. It just didn't ever make sense to me. Like I'm thinking, it just don't make sense.
That's like in one of my favorite episodes of Curb, where this dude says to Larry, "My dad was a kamikaze pilot," and Larry goes, "Is he still alive?" He's like, "Yeah." So he goes, "Then he's not a kamikaze pilot, bro, because kamikaze pilots die."
Yeah.
So that was
it's just
that was the whole thing. Oh man, it was so funny. But yeah,
that's what I mean. The Game's done it a couple of times on that same song, as we know. But yeah, that one for me, I just thought coming back from his fatal accident. It's like, well, it weren't a fatal accident if he's here. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, weird.
Game woke up in 2001 when dropped 2001. There's a lot of games.
I mean, that's the least of my
problem. You need to fact check your shit, man. Basic.
See, that one actually annoys me. So I know we've said it a few times to like, didn't no one hear that in the studio, but that one really annoys me because it's like someone must have said, but the album didn't drop in 2001. Like it don't make no sense. Like what? Stupid. It's like I don't know. Annoying.
Anyway, so it's cool. It makes sense.
Well, yeah, and he was only rapping about a year, but still, it's still.
I don't believe anything he says. He's probably rapping since he was like 9. He said his grandmother gave him the name, the Game. Or like, why would your grandmother call you the Game, bro? You was watching Triple H on WWE. You liked the name. You thought, let me take that shit. And now you're making up some story about your grandmother said this or whatever. Like, I don't believe nothing that guy says at all.
That's how we started beefing with Jay-Z, isn't it?
Huh?
That's how we started beefing with Jay, isn't it? Over his name.
Really?
Nah.
He approached Jay somewhere, like when he was coming up, and Jay-Z must have said to him like, "What's your name?" And he said, "The Game." And Jay-Z said, "Change that. Like that's not a good name." And from then he was just annoyed, like he was offended by that. And from then he was just always taking shots at him. He said it in an interview,
I totally agree with him. That name is trash.
It's a rubbish name. But that was it. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Placing yourself on a wrestler that looks like the male version of Sarah J. That's never a good look.
Never a good look, bro. Just weird.
There you go.
He's a weird guy, so it tracks.
Exactly.
What you got next?
Potter, what you got?
Okay, so question: does NERD count as hip hop?
Does what?
Yeah, why not?
NERD count as hip hop?
Yeah,
not technically, but we'll take it tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Was Lap Dance. There's rap on that.
I don't think I've ever finished one of their albums, so I'm not going to know this line.
Okay. But you know the tune Lap Dance, right? Everybody knows Lap Dance.
Yeah, I know Lap Dance.
Actually, I think I do.
So
I remember it for the video. Let's just say that.
The uncut version.
Yes.
But I remembered in that guy, is it Lee Harvey rapping on that? And he's like, and Pharrell does the hook, and Pharrell's like, I dare a motherfucker to come in my face. Like, I'm confused. Well, like you're daring people to ejaculate on you. Like,
yeah, Pharrell.
I don't understand. What's that? What is anybody getting out of that?
I don't think you quite meant that, but still, doesn't sound great.
That was my introduction to Pharrell, like that.
Yeah.
That is mad.
I think Farrell might have a couple on his hands too, to be fair. I think he might.
Yeah. I dare a motherfucker to come in my face.
Don't just do it. I double dare you.
Yeah, please. Wow.
Oh man, I got one by Woo Syndicate where they're talking about sexy guys. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for. Gotta suck dick on your period. You can't say no. I ain't hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Very,
qualifies.
Very.
Who did that? Mason Greenwood?
Oh my god! Wow.
Did you say Mason Greenwood?
Yeah. That's terrible. Little Dirk.
Yeah. Well, no surprises.
That's not nice.
Nah.
I ain't hearing it, you know.
I ain't hearing it. Like you're doing it.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's not nice.
Not great.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with a double whammy for my last one.
Oh gosh.
Both, but they're both light-hearted. Both from Dr. Dre. The first one is "Keep Their Heads Ringing." Really goes.
I know what's coming. God.
That's it. Really goes. I get plenty of ass, so call me an astronaut. Right.
The two things are not even. They don't correlate.
Right. It's like that has to be one of the worst punch. Like not even punch, the worst bars. Like it's just terrible, man. It's like, come on, man. It's just whack. Like, and then another one.
What you're saying is
that
the amount of women you sleep with means that you're ready to fly into space, right?
This is what I mean.
Because
just trash.
Like,
rubbish.
He's just literally taken the same letters that were in another word and just used it because the same letters exist in another word. It's just like, nah, that's terrible. I ain't gonna lie. I used to love the track though, like the beat particularly.
the beat's great.
But yeah,
the beat is hard. But
terrible.
Terrible. I feel like that's one of the verses he probably wrote himself, rather.
It probably is. Actually, no, he probably wrote this one, the next one. And like I said, this isn't suspect, weird, or anything. It's just terrible. Just when he goes, never let me slip, because if I slip, then I'm slipping.
I was literally gonna say that, bro. I was literally like, never let me slip, because if I slip, then I'm slipping.
Wow, that's profound, isn't it? That's deep. It's just like, nah, what? Nah. Never let me slip, because if I slip, then I'm slipping. You're like,
I'm slipping.
Okay.
I think I'm slipping. I'm not sure. Like, nah.
Terrible. But yeah.
I was literally going to say that if you had something else, I was going to be like, and you need to add that line in. It's terrible.
That's just, bro, that's just like, nah, terrible.
I think we need to, because we've kind of got a nice mashup of very, very suspect lines, lines that have crossed the line. There's also a very good segment for whack, just totally whack lines. And I think Big Sean, Lil Wayne would 100% be the top two. And Drake, actually.
Yeah.
Drake will be up there too, 100%.
And once again, it's because they're desperate for the punchline. Punchline rappers do that. I'm surprised none of us had any M bars actually, but punchline rappers have a lot of them weird hit and miss suspect lyrics. Just like just desperate to get a punchline to the point where it just
from Lloyd Banks off the top of my head. He's generally pretty solid.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, he's punchline heavy, but like you said, Banks is a solid MC though. There's stuff he strings together.
Well.
They don't feel rough.
Gonna have a lot of garbage, but I don't think it's enough.
Fabulous will have a
yeah. You got any more part?
I'll close out with this one because I feel a bit aggrieved that we've got through the whole show without talking about Mr. Cow. I mean, we all know.
I came here with my dick in my hand. I know.
Like, if we're talking about fucked up opening bars, I came through with my dick in my hand. Don't make me put my foot in your ass. Be cool. Like, why are you walking in a venue with your dick in your hands? And why are you walking anywhere publicly with your dick in your hands?
Well, this is why he's in prison now, right?
Right, that's what I was just gonna say. There you go. This is why he's where he is, Mr. Inappropriate.
The thing is about him, like I always thought he was super talented, Mystical. I think he just needed just the right producer around him. I always thought he was really like good at what he did.
Yeah.
That line there. I think he's there's something about him that I think was really talented. Like the way that he could put words together, the different ways that he could rap. Like I thought he was a talented rapper. I don't think he made great music.
It felt like hearing the Tasmanian Devil rap. That's how it felt for me.
Yeah, but if you listen to what he's saying, like the way that he could structure words and put them together to match his style. And he was always saying that he was the James Brown of rap, and I was like, okay, I could kind of see because he could rap over anything. I heard him rap crazy over that song with Busta Rhymes.
Did you hear that one he did with Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars? Like that was a real James Brown-ish kind of vibe to it. It was dope. What's it called? Feel Right. Feel Right. I'm sure it is. Brilliant song.
You know, if I was given advice to Mystical,
what's the song Ludacris? The song he's got Move Out the Way. Move.
Oh yeah.
This verse on there is crazy.
I don't mind, like even in this make him say and stuff like that. Like him in small doses is cool, but I could never and have never sat through a whole album.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect. I wouldn't say that's what I'm saying. His albums, no, I'm not a fan of his albums per se. But there's the way that he raps. I think he could have been something like good if he wasn't such a fucking deviant. But you know what I mean?
He was not.
You know what? I know I said I'll finish at the Dre, but I need to mention this one. It was on my list, but I feel bad about not mentioning it. You know, I said I had another Noriega one. Just when he goes, super fun, get it? When he goes, light a candle, one lap around the English channel. Jesus, fuck the Spaniel. It's like all three things have no relation to each other, like at all.
I'm never
light a candle.
Why did you light a candle? Like, why did you light a candle?
And why did you run laps around the English channel?
But have you seen the English channel? You can't run laps around it. The English
channel, right?
Like you can't lap it. Number one, number two.
And then Neptunes, we got a Cocker Spaniel. So you just told us 4 totally irrelevant things. Like we've just thrown out Neptune's name for the production. I think that might have been one of the first.
It was one of the first
big Neptune's tracks, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. So props to Noe for like that. But yeah, man. That was on my list, but I thought that I got to throw that out before the episode ends.
I think we absolutely need to do a whack lines episode in future because there's a lot. If you want to actually go through like whack bars, Drake, Big Sean, Lil Wayne, 3 absolute top contenders for that. I think that could be something.
Later M will have loads as well. Eminem will have loads as well.
Even early Eminem, like let's be real. Like if we go back to like Encore, there's gotta be a shitload on the album.
From Encore onwards, definitely.
Didn't he do a song?
Bizarre as well. Bizarre needs to be on there. Huh?
Didn't he do a song on one of them albums? It was just Farts, or it's called Farts, or something stupid. Like I'm sure.
I totally lost interest from Encore. Like,
I mean,
me too. Wasn't interested, but man,
Eminem still gets a lot of stick, but I like that album.
Yeah, I skipped a lot on that album. I can't put out there as something that I listen to because I never revisit it. And songs like My Dad's Gone Crazy and Hailey's song and what was it? Square Dance.
Nah.
Just a load of bullshit on there that I would not give the time of day
to. I didn't mind Square Dance. Definitely some skippables on there, but I definitely spent a lot of time with that. I thought it was an alright album. That for me was the ending of the end.
Yeah, it was for me. Yeah,
that was the last one.
But yeah, we might have to revisit some of them dudes on the next show. I think there's some material in there for sure. So yeah, man. Hope you enjoyed, had a bit of fun with that one. And of course, there's going to be lines that we missed. We only have about an hour. So if there is any that you feel we may have missed or definitely should have made the list, feel free to drop it below. And as always, thank you very much for tuning in, checking us out. And we'll see you on the next one. So from me, your boy Stack in the building, as always, peace. And my two co-hosts extraordinaires signing off like Dr. Travis.
And just before we do sign off, I'm going to do the boring, adult, mature part. Once again, disclaimer, no disrespect to anything we've spoken about, nothing like that. Some lyrics are just suspect and weird, but by no means are we taking a piss out of anyone's, sexual orientation or their choices in life. Life is short. Live it how you want to live it. Have fun, be safe, and love who you want to love. Just to put that out there. But apart from that type of hype podcast that celebrates hip hop and not just the hype. Potter, sign us out, bro.
Yes. Thanks for tapping in once again. Appreciate you all joining us. Yeah, as he said, love is love. Just appreciate everything that's going on for us right now. And we'll see you next week.
Definitely, man. We'll be here same time next week, man. Peace.